City Morning Show.
Sugar City Morning Show. What a beautiful morning. What a beautiful day, folks. It's Friday. It's Friday and fun day today. It's the 12th day of June 2020. Across this beautiful country of ours, not only that we call Belize, but that is Belize. We say good morning to you all. A pleasant Friday morning once again. I am Robert Checker Usher, and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show for today. We invite you to stay with us. We'll be with you right up until 9 o'clock this morning, bringing you all the relevant information. We know that the flooding still on in the areas, the villages in the Orange Walk North. We understand some slight little water gathered in the south as well, in the southern part of the country, that is, but mainly here in Orange Walk, we have the Douglas area, the San Roman, and the area there by San Antonio. We want to send out our blessings to everyone in those areas and waking up this morning to this brand new beautiful morning, this brand new beautiful day, like we see. Oh, what a beautiful morning. What a beautiful day today. We must thank the good Lord for lending us another day and for giving us that great blessing when we went to sleep last night and we wake up this morning with blessings. So saying all that, we need to give thanks this morning, and we got our sister in this morning, Delvi, to give thanks. Good morning, Delvi.
Good morning, Mr. Chucky. Good morning to everyone listening.
Morning.
How's the morning?
Well, we're getting there. We are alive, so make the best out of the day that the good Lord has given to us.
1 teaspoon at a time.
1 teaspoon. If you give the baby more than 1 teaspoon, it might choke, no joke?
Yeah, choke. All right.
All right, let's give thanks then.
All right, before I pray, I just want to share a quick verse and I'll jump right into it.
Yeah, certainly.
All right, and this is from 2 Corinthians 4, verses 16 and 17, and it says, "Therefore we do not lose heart, even though our outward man is perishing, yet the inward man is being renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, is working for us for a far more exceeding and an eternal weight of glory." Almighty and Heavenly Father, Lord, this morning, Lord, in your words, thank you for reminding us, Lord, that thank you above all things for the birth and the gift of life. Thank you for keeping us, for preserving us, for protecting us, oh Lord, for blessing us to be here in another day. Thank you for letting your breath flow freely in and through us, oh Lord. For this I give you thanks. Lord, and I thank you for reminding us in your words, Lord, that whatever it is that we face on this earth, Lord, it is temporary, it is but for a moment, for there is a greater weight, a greater eternal glory to be experienced with you, along with you, Lord, if we endure to the very end. So this morning, oh God, as we rise and shine, I pray that you fill us with encouragement, oh Lord. Uplift our spirits, oh Lord. Fill us with the spirit of endurance, oh God, that every day, Lord, that every day that we may come to see your glory and that we may shine your glory in and through our lives. I just pray, oh God, for every soul you're not through it yet, no matter which direction, which path they may be taking, those who are far from you, Lord, I pray that you may bring them in, oh God, and those who are close, I just pray, oh God, that you fill them, Lord, with endurance, oh God. So I just want to give you thanks this morning, and I pray for every soul you're not through it yet, Lord. Please cover us continuously, protect us, and keep us, Lord, all for your glory. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen.
Amen and amen and amen. Maybe the direction of some of us are heading for, maybe it's the right direction to reach where we want to go, to hear the word and to get connect with the good Lord,
The Lord. So I said pray for endurance for those persons, that not give up easy.
Right.
Those who are far, that they may come in.
Yes.
And one up full basket.
Because as we speak right now, it could be so many people accepting the Lord at this same given minute, second, or whatever time it is, no?
Definitely, Mr. Chucky. And that's the glory.
Yes.
The Bible, I can't recall in which chapters it said that man's main goal, I'm not sure if it's in Proverbs, but somebody can check, is to live, like to serve God and die. It might sound a bit rash, but that's our main purpose, because a lot of the times, and we try all kind of things to make life, and some of the richest people humble down on their needs, find God and realize that the only way with living a life for Christ, that their money make more sense, that their house make more sense, that everything else make more sense. So everything in the Bible are true. Our main mission, some find that purpose sooner than others, but nonetheless, the all of our purpose to serve God, and at the end of our time, then we will leave this earth.
That's right, and we need to realize that one day we have to die.
You can't run from it. You hide under a rock, you'll find you.
Yeah, we're there. Because sometimes, Delve, sometimes you see some accidents, no? Mm-hmm. And you might see that plane or that car or that tornado that came on that house and wipe it down. And when you look, the persons like just come out and walk, mm-hmm. and nothing happened to them. Mm-hmm. And so, but then it could be that you just the walk, or you just sit down on the table and sudden one your calling came to you and you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's how it is. We don't know, so we have to try to be prepared, Mr. Checky. We are not perfect, but every day the good Lord bless you with the better life. Another opportunity He's giving us to get closer to Him, because we don't know.
Right. Yeah. Well, here in Belize, we need to know what is happening. Well, all over the world, but when it comes to Belize, with our restrictions, and so we have like 18
mm-hmm.
more days for this state of emergency to come to an end, no? Because that SI was set for the 30th of June.
Mm-hmm.
Today is the 12th, so look on 12 and 12, 24. We got like 16 more days, something like that. But what happened is today, some measures has been lightened, like I mentioned to you, like I briefed you yesterday morning, but I didn't want to say everything because it's better for us to hear it official, no?
Officially. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So make we hope and pray, Delve. The only way this could have happened is because of us, the way we behave, the way we adhere to all the restrictions that were there,
Well, it's a joint thing, it is a joint thing. God first, because I know that God had the power. And
yes.
In the earthly realm, we try our best as a people, but I still think, Mr. Checky, that the hand of God above all things, because there are still many people who don't wear the mask, and there are still a lot who do.
Yeah.
So I just give God thanks that, He's just so good to us.
Yeah. I have always believed that eventually it would have came to this with the new relaxation that now, you see, when they started first, Delve, they had the Sundays lockdown, so nobody couldn't come out. Then shops used to close from 4 o'clock the evening. I think maybe that get to most of us, I would say, man, we don't want that, so make we start to behave good. Then it got at only 10 persons, so people could start to get used to wear the mask and used to get to the new way of almost normal, no? Then it gone up to then I think it gone up to 40 or 30 or something, gone up to 40. Now they say that okay, things work now, it's going up to 100 now, no?
100. 100.
Yeah, so like you say, it's up to us, but God has that vessel, right?
That upper hand,
yeah. So
we have to continue to do our best and trust God in all things, because I don't know, Belize is a lot of people still love God in Belize. I believe that. That's the amount of thing where this country has been spared from, Mr. Checky. You live longer than me, so you have seen it.
Yeah. Well, you know that now we have to we have to behave ourselves, Delva, because Belize is blessed. Because just like you said, a lot of people don't wear the mask. A lot of people don't practice the social distancing. They have people who still may jump across the border, come in and come out, and we still got that blessing. So I think somehow we need to open our eye and realize what they go on,
And humble, yes, and humble ourselves.
Yeah, because after this now, when it comes to the 1st of July, is when this SI comes to an end, the SI that was signed. So persons, they now have to say what only 100 persons could like come out now, because like that. So then the SI gone, so you don't got no restrictions. But it's up to us to like, take care of ourselves and believe that, hey, this thing's serious. This is no playing, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're up on the exam now. So this part, like will be the study field. So
yes.
when they lift off the SI, that we just sit down and take the test now. So we have to conduct ourselves.
We have to make sure we pass.
Have to make sure you pass.
Can we not repeat?
You see there?
Yeah.
You have to make sure we pass. We have to just try our best, Mr. Checky. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Because for some it's a little bit more challenging than others, but we need to try.
Yeah. Well, I know you all at home, there strong in a Christianity when it comes to the church, no? But I would like to invite you all to, if you have nothing much to do today, if you all could tune in at 6 o'clock today on the Youth Connection Band Facebook, we'll be doing a virtual birthday party, live. So, if it's not beyond your beliefs or rules of going to church and, studying the Bible, our music are not no kind of dirty music, no? It's clean music, so I invite you all to do so. But thanks very much, Delvin. Have yourself a good weekend, and let's see what the weekend will bring. The weather forecast is calling for more rain, but if the good Lord so will, Robert, Checker, Usher, and Delvi, you will be hearing from us once again on Monday morning.
On Monday, God first. You have a great weekend.
All right, thanks.
Bye. You too. Okay.
Yeah. So, folks, at this time now, we will be checking in with the Belize Met Service for today's weather forecast and the general situation right here this morning. Let's make sure I got it correct, because my lady texted me last night when we had the show. Si podemos dar pronóstico del tiempo más temprano en la mañana, porque tengo que salir a trabajar. Okay, so let's check in with the Belize Met Service now for today's weather forecast, and we got it right here, the National Met Service. Yep. So let's see today, folks. Today will be, today some cloudless spells with generally isolated showers and thunderstorms occurring this morning, then a few more development mostly over central and southern areas later on today. And now we go to the full weather forecast for today, Friday the 12th day of June 2020, and this report came in at 6 this morning. A relatively moist northeasterly airflow prevails over the area. The 24-hour forecast, some sunny spells with generally isolated showers and thunderstorms occurring this morning, then a few more developing mostly over central and southern areas later today. As we take a look at the marine conditions this morning, the winds are blowing this morning. Okay, let's close this. Yeah. The winds are blowing east to northeast at 10 knots, and the sea state light. So the waves are being lower today, because yesterday it was from 2 to 6 feet. Today it will be from 1 to 3. So temperatures across the country today rise from 31 Celsius in the coast to 37 inland, to 37 Fahrenheit in the coast, and 92 high inland. So 92 today again, folks, and 80 in the hills. The outlook, cloudless spells at times, showers or thunderstorms generally isolated Saturday morning. Then activity will increase and affect most places by Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. So folks, low tide this morning at 9:07, another low tide at 10:12, and high tides 2:43 this afternoon and 4:21 tomorrow morning. The sun was up bright and early at 5:18 and will set at 6:27 today. And the moon, what's up with the moon? The moon will rise today at 11:30 this morning and set later on tomorrow morning at 2:16. That is your general weather forecast, brought to you by the Belize Met Service and certainly by your Nortevision Channel 10. So once again, we want to wish you the best and have yourself a pleasant day. Coming up, we got Minister Aragon is here with us, and he will be joining us on the Sugar City Morning Show today. Why did Delve get invited to the morning? Why Delve get invited at the... Well, everybody is invited to tune in, right? Everyone is invited to tune in, but you know, they live in a Christian community, and I was just asking them if it's within their, whatever they do, within their beliefs, if they can tune in, they can tune in as well and enjoy some good music. Folks, we'll be taking our first break of the morning, and when we come back, we will be joined by Minister Aragon right here on Nortevision Channel 10.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional road works will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
114.60 acres in Tiger Creek, Orange Walk, 3,000 acres, 0.961 hectares to Jaime Briceño and John Briceño, 827.848 square yards to John Briceño, 5.4 acres to John Briceño and Jaime Briceño, 20 acres in Progreso to John Briceño, again, 6 acres in Progreso. The all of Progreso Gawe?
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostrands, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. First sense question of the day. Why you the letter?
Who's me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's that. 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's a lovely, beautiful morning, folks. It's Friday, and it's the 12th day of June 2020. And this morning it gives us pleasure to welcome the Minister and Area Representative for Orange Walk East, the Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr. Good morning, Minister.
Good morning, Checky, and of course, good morning to all our radio listeners and TV viewers out there, no?
Yes.
Those of you who are tuning in here at East Radio 104.9 FM, you know, and no matter where you are, I want to wish you a pleasant good morning.
Yeah, well.
It's always a pleasure being back here in studios with you, Checky.
Yeah. I see you guys, Mas.
Yeah, we have to, but I have to back that everywhere I go, you know.
Yeah. Well, Minister, it's a lovely day. Before we go to the new measures, how are things in the East?
Okay, we have one or two things taking place there, so it's okay. I think we have been spared from the flooding that is taking place in the north, you know, in San Antonio and those areas, Douglas. You know, they have some serious flooding issues.
Yeah, a lot of water.
We are looking at what will happen this weekend, because I think, you know, they had said they will have some kind of
heavy rains.
Heavy rains coming along, and if that comes along, I think they will have it will compound their problem.
Wow.
And of course, we are also concerned because
right, thank you.
Yeah.
We good.
We're also concerned because, you know, once the ground gets saturated with water, the land only could take so much water. After that, you know, we have issues. So we are monitoring it closely in the east. Of course, we always have low-lying areas that always get affected.
In the east?
When we have these rains. But thus far, you know, I think we have spared the worst of it. But of course, you know, earlier that are taking the brunt of the heavy rains, you know. So I'm sure that NEMO is looking at these things to see what will happen next and what they can do to mitigate these issues, you know.
Yeah. Before we go to the new measures, you mentioned last week that the Minister of Education would have came on, and he came on Monday, and he spoke right to what's in his ministry and education. Talk about education and the proposed date for opening of schools, which will be on the 10th of August, and he spoke about the subsidy, the same thing you spoke about last week. But did you happen to see the press conference?
No, I didn't see all the press conference. I saw bits and pieces of it. It was a long press conference, right?
But it was meaningful.
I think so. I think that it shed a lot of light in terms of the kind of questions and concerns people would have had in terms of when school opens, what happens, how does my child go to school, what are the measures being put in place, you know, how that would affect you know, from the CSEC exams to everything, you know. Mm-hmm. So definitely I think that that was a meaningful press conference, and I know that the Ministry of Education is doing its best to try to see how we get back in terms of the schools opening and looking at the whole financial budget in terms of the subsidies that our children get when they go to school. He's looking at in terms of even right now the financial assistance that is usually given out to assist students who go irrespective of which school they go. So all of these things are things that have to be looked at, and I know that the Ministry of Education is working steadily on these things to see how best we can assist our students out there. And it's not an easy thing during this period of COVID, you know, because I'll tell you, COVID has taken a lot of the cuts, has brought about a lot of cuts within all ministries, not only the Ministry of Education, but likewise in the Ministry of National Security, and you name it across the board. There are issues there in terms of the budget, you know.
Yeah. But Minister, we must congratulate Minister Faber, Dr. Bob, and the entire Ministry of Education team, because that couldn't happen just like that. It had to be a collaborative effort between the entire ministry for what came out from that conference.
Yes, I think so. We have to big them up, because I think, you know, the Ministry of Education might seem, it's just a Ministry of Education, but they have a lot of work to do in terms of the coordination with schools, the administrators in schools, you know, looking at dealing with teachers, the teachers union. So I do think that they have their work cut out for them. I'm glad to know that school will reopen. I think it's good that we could get our kids back in school. It's opening up in August, I think mid-August.
Yeah.
On the 10th of August, no?
Yes.
And definitely from there, we see how things progress. But I think that that gives at least, when you know what will happen, it gives you a sense where you can plan and prepare. And I think that is important. And I think the Ministry of Education meeting and having these kinds of press conference goes a long way, because it gives the opportunity for people to call in and really, put the questions that concerns them. And I think that was very good in terms of that press conference. And we look forward to seeing how things progress with that now.
What do you think about when it comes to, mid-August, should be going back to school if everything remains the way it is right now? But then, Minister, right now, when it comes to uniforms, these people that sells uniforms, they bring them from across the borders.
Right.
And the borders are closed right now.
Right.
And the ones that usually sells out here in town, they don't really have any.
Well, I think that with every challenge comes opportunity, I would want to say. And I think that just like the face mask, if I got this face mask, and
let's get this call, Minister.
Sure, man.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I didn't hear the press conference the Minister of Education had, but there's a concern, no? That I know hundreds of students come from across the border from Melchor and study primary school and secondary school in Cayo, right? The concern is that Guatemala infected people are going by sea, and at the border, Melchor, you have a couple cases. What will happen when school open? Will these kids be allowed to come across? It's a big concern. And you would say yes, but I don't see, my point is this, I don't see why the Belize government is catering for these kids to come and study across the Belize side when they have schools across there. You would say, oh, what a lot of people, a lot of Belizeans studying in Guatemala. Yes, I agree with you. But when we go study there, we have to pay. We have to pay, and we don't pay what the Guatemalans pay. We have to pay more than what they pay. I'm telling you because I studied in Guatemala, and I know what I'm saying. Right? You have to pay for your education there. You personally have to pay. Your parents, you don't get anything from the government. Now, these kids that come across the border, they are milking our system by coming to school here, educating themselves, right? At no cost, as far as I'm concerned, at no cost, right? What agreement they have with the Guatemalan government, I do not know. I'm just putting it across, right? That I think this is what's happening. But don't come and tell me that, yes, would we have people studying Guatemala? Yes, we do have people studying Guatemala, but these people have to pay for their education. Thank you very much.
Your take on that, Minister?
Yeah, well, of course, it's a concern because, especially with the COVID, if we never have the COVID, I don't think the caller would have had any concern, or maybe he would have had, because he would be saying that we have Guatemalans coming on, because I think one of his points is that they are coming across and hanging on to, in terms of the resources, in terms of the school education system, But definitely, I think that right now it is a concern, and I am sure the Ministry of Education, along with the Ministry of Health and all of these things, are looking into this. I know that was brought up in Cabinet, and they are looking into that. At this point in time, I can't tell you if they will allow students to come across. I'm sure that measures will be put in place. If not, maybe not allow them to come across, none at all. But
it's a concern, right?
Yes, of course, and everything is being looked at. All I will say is this, is that a lot of those students that come across, they don't come for free. Don't make ghosts fool you. They come because the schools accept them, because they come and they pay money to come to school there. Remember, I think the parents in Guatemala want their kids to learn English.
Right.
So then give them, and they live right at the border, so they put them to come to school. It's like we have a lot of students from Orange Walk and across this country who go to Chetomal on a weekly basis to study there. They go there and do their 6 farms, etc., because of the opportunities that the educational systems offer. And of course, our people have to pay, just like the Guatemalan students have to pay. And a lot of the schools that they go are the private schools in those areas. So I definitely sure that they don't come for free. Yes, you could say that they come on the system in terms of the educational system, but those are the things that happen across countries. And I would want to think, and I would want to say that I'm confident that the Ministry of Education the Ministry of Health is looking into this situation, because of course we are aware that students from Melchor are attend school in Benke or in Cayo, you know. So of course those are issues and concerns for the government, especially the Ministry of Education, and definitely they are looking at that, and all of these things will be sorted out one way or the other.
Yeah.
You know, but definitely the borders are closed. So as far as I know, if the borders are closed, then students, there's no movement of people, regardless of what.
Yeah.
If the border is closed, it's closed. You know, so I don't have the answers in terms to say this will happen, that will happen, because I'm not at the Ministry of Education. But I'm confident that that has been brought up, so the subject is being looked at, and I'm sure it will be a resolution will be found in regards to that.
Yeah. Before the caller, you were alluding to that about the uniforms.
Yes.
That there is
well, like I said, yes. If that is the case, what you have said, Checky, I would want to say that with every challenge comes opportunity. I mean, I was just going to mention to you before the caller called, in terms of this face mask, this is being done by prisoners, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yes, at Colby, and very good face mask, washable, usable.
It looks strong too.
Of course, and this is what is being done by prisoners, and they have been doing this, and a lot of companies out there have been supporting the Colby Foundation. I saw on the news that they got through Rotary and Colby got a donation from Ashcroft in terms of making these things. So it goes to show that we have what it takes to do here. And I would want to say that if there's no uniform coming from Melchor, well, that has created a challenge, but it has created an opportunity. We have a lot of people in our communities across this country who know how to sew. Mm-hmm. Right? I remember the days when I made to go to school and my pants tear. I know I have pants. Who you think sew my pants? My ma.
Yeah.
You understand me?
True, yeah.
And I remember from a young boy, I used to go to Melky, go make him take my measurement and swap.
And Melky is still there.
Exactly. And they have a lot of people who are at home, parents who are at home who know the work or anything and know to sew, have a basic understanding of sewing. And I think that those people who have the expertise within our communities, there's an opportunity for them to say, you know what, make I open up and I like to sew and take in some orders. And if we have 120 people in every district to do that, I mean, we could get this uniform sold for our students. I know I have family who sew uniform, believe it or not. I have my mother-in-law who sit down and she sew wrap up the uniform for my daughter we go to school.
What?
So, I mean, there are the talent out there. The thing is that with the challenge that has come now, I think now a great opportunity for our people to say, you know what, make I take on a challenge and make one money and keep our money in our country, especially during this time of COVID. You know?
So knowing that, we should make that keep us back
Of
from
course,
not getting our children uniform.
And that should never be an excuse for our children not to go to school, you know, and or to hinder the reopening of school. I think that not everybody need new uniforms, you know.
No.
Because some uniforms, people are still using these uniforms. Yeah. So, and they still fit some of the students, right?
True, yes,
so, although the kids grow fast nowadays, by 3 months, when so the man don't dig and tala. So,
yeah.
But definitely, I think that these things should not hinder us from saying, oh, we can't get uniforms.
Because they don't have.
They don't have. We should be able to be innovative. We should be able to take that entrepreneurial spirit and make we try to do something. I tell you, I'm amazed that in this country we have what it takes. You know, we have the innovation. I know one gentleman, Mr. Rojo in Champan Ridge, he make that nice flower pot out of them old tires. Beautiful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
I see some man.
Yes, man, they look good. Listen, and he's making his own little economy. In terms of that means that in his spare time he makes these things, he cut them, he paint them, prepare them, and he sells them, and they make a little extra right there. You know, somebody go and buy two, he doesn't make a little profit right there. Out of what? Out of old tires that he collects, you know.
So we have the will.
We have the will. I look at people who, for instance, people who plant plants, for instance, flowers, cactuses, and that. People buy those.
The things sell, man.
He sell Checky, because I know people come away from Belize City, and as I say, they buy 10 and they don't care.
Yeah.
They go and buy it, and they think I'm fitting in the vehicle. When I have to say, oh, we come back. There are local economies that we can thrive on, you know. But if we don't take that initiative, we don't take that active role to do something, it never will happen.
Yeah,
and we have people in this country who have the talent. You look at wood carving, you look at the kind of things that we can do out of wood. We have a lot of creative people out there, you know.
Yes, I see this gentleman right there by the entrance, right there coming to Channel 10 on the highway. he usually got a lot of nice things out there. We make out of the same things we talk about the tires.
Right. So it shows that we can move this economy within ourselves. Right now, easy. It's easier said than done because we are talking a very small scale.
Mm-hmm.
But there are things that can develop definitely. You look at what right now with Chetamal. Nobody ever go to Chetamal. You know how much we spend every year going to Chetamal? Belizeans spend about $100 million in Chetamal every year. That is figures from old figures in there too. That might have changed over the years, but I will tell you. You know what? $100 million going out to Chetamal every year. Yeah. All of that money is staying here. And of course, we have challenges because of COVID, because of the kind of economy that we have. But definitely, I'm sure that it shows that a lot of things can happen. So when you tell me about this uniform and this and that, and people say they don't got no uniform for buy, I mean, listen, we have to be creative and make things happen by the people out there who have the skills, etc., to come and take on these opportunities that arise.
And if you out there got some uniform where your kids be used and then they're in a good condition,
buy and sell. Somebody who can use it, somebody can buy it, or you give it away.
Give it
to your
somebody
neighbor
who think need it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, make we work this thing together, man.
That's right, Checky. That's right.
Well, Minister, we will be he said Mr. Mateo the Chan Pirate so.
Yeah. There are a lot of people who sow, man. I am telling you, there are a lot of people who sow, and maybe they never take it up full time after a while, or then they move on. But this is an opportunity for come and take out that machine and put it to work. I know there are people who in Carmelita you have this sewing group that is there. I'm sure that they are getting together and do the uniforms for their kids because that is what they are. That is why they were teaching people to sew. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity. If you look at the prisoners could do an excellent job like this, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
What the Belizean people can do,
Yeah, well, what, people out there, like the minister said, put it out on Facebook. If you want to leave publicity, go to the East Radio. I know the minister giving a lead time. So we get this thing going and the kids could get a uniform. And parents out there, if you could afford at least one or two, try get it for your kids because make them go to school and then sometimes some kids want bullet kids, which is not right. So try at least get one or two for them.
Yes, man. And I tell you, Chicky, when you look at, for instance, the hand sanitizers, I mean, you wouldn't know, but true. A lot of those hand sanitizers are being made in Belize right now.
Yeah.
You have Travelers where began to make that. You had another company, I think Rayo Batteries or I don't remember what their name now. They are made and then only make they export it out likewise. As far as I think they sent alcohol. I don't know if they buy it and import and export, but the fact is that even right now, I think that same company, if I'm not mistaken, is making these things for commercial use in terms of banks, etc., where you walk through and spray on that. Those are being made here. You look at all the COVID styles where I think Bali Pinkida City did them. I forget.
Slingshot, man.
Slingshot.
Yeah.
I mean, how creative these guys get. They make creamy. The mask and all of this creamy. Yes. So that shows you the ingenuity, the know-how in terms of we have people who could get things done. And we just have to get on and support these people in these things. And I think we're supposed to, in terms of looking at how we move forward, we have to look at the opportunities and people who have the skills and the know-how for jump on these things, because definitely we don't need to spend a lot of money on these things because we don't see people can do it here.
Yes, and if you got a lead talent and the ability, not sit down there and find that, like the minister say, you could get a lead income to man. If you get a lead $5-6 or so, a lead uniform, add up, and then you could eat. Somebody say, good morning, gentlemen. Just saying, maybe Mikado could join up with some of these seamstresses, and and join up together and make some money together and have the money stay released, But get a group together and show that you are productive, then you can talk to these business people,
I am sure it can be done. There's one way or the other it can be done because listen, just somebody need to come together and say, make I organize this thing, make I try to do something here,
Yep. Okay, so on that note, Minister, we'll be taking a break, and when we come back, we want to touch a little bit on the press conference that was done yesterday and some of the new measures that we are facing now, so people can know what we're there.
Sure, man.
That's right, folks. So Minister Aragon and Robert Checker Usher will be back right here. It's 11 minutes away from 8 o'clock right here. We're live today on the East Radio. So for the persons listening on the East Radio, the number to call is 302-2170. That's 302-2170. Or you can send your text messages at 600-5769. You can send them with regular text, or you can also send them on WhatsApp. So we'll be back after these messages right here on North Television Channel 10.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega & Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega & Sons Limited, because we care for you.
John Briseno says government needs to trim the fat. Let's take a minute to look at that fat.
Johnny Briseno receives a salary of $60,000 from the government to be the leader of the opposition and $84,000 for sports and community projects in his constituency. The People's United Party representatives receive about $993,000 annually from government to assist residents of their constituencies.
Since the COVID-19 state of emergency, the Prime Minister of Belize has given all his salary toward the relief efforts. The UDP ministers has given up a month's salary and allowances going forward. Johnny Briseno has not agreed to give up anything. The PUP representatives have not agreed to give up anything.
Leadership is about action, not words.
Sugar City Morning.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning, Orange Kenyans and Belizeans. It's another day in Belmopan City. The sun is out. Javier Manzanero, Senior, rise and shine. My Belizean people always tune into the Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning to you and good morning to the Minister. All the way from Belmopan, Minister.
No, man, that's good, you know, and a wonderful morning, I tell you. I just hope that the rains don't come, but I know they have been forecasted. I don't know. I never really get a chance for check it on the weather and see if it's going to rain or what, you know, but I know by over the weekend they said the rain was going to be there, so I'm not too sure. Okay. And